Hi gang, Dan here, the living room guitarist. Welcome back into another episode. Got your six string? Let's get it out. Let's play together. Welcome into another episode here. We've had to take a little hiatus because, like you, as a living room guitar player, I have a regular day job and I've got a big presentation I have to do for work here is coming up in actually next week. So I've been having to focus on that. So we're back in the living room for another episode today. Come on in. We'd love to have you as a guest. You know, it's all about participation here, enjoying our guitar playing together, really, writing songs, coming up with ideas for songs, fleshing out ideas together. Again, not because we want to get recording contracts. We're not professionals. We're amateur players, dare I say, a lot of us just hobby guitar players. You know, not looking for, the big time, fame and fortune or whatever. We just like to play. Doesn't matter skill level. We just play the instrument to the best of our ability, help inspire each other. I've got this tune this week that I've been messing with. It's kind of a weird hodgepodge kind of bunch of stuff here that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. It starts down here on this G on the 7th fret with some different bass notes, and it kind of goes back and forth between two genres, if you will. I call it, let's call it go to your happy place. We've all heard that expression, go to your happy place. So it starts down here in a happy place on this nice major chord. However many times you may want to do that, it's just this G down here. If you think about your D shape here on the 2nd fret, so D, E, F, G, and we're just messing with the bass notes on 7 and 8 here. So. You can see it just sort of goes back and forth. It doesn't have a lot of organization to it. It changes tempo a little bit. And that's why I call it sort of a hodgepodge kind of tune. But it's just a weird mixture of you picture, if you put Lyle Lovett and Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Elvis Costello in a room together and, give them a couple of bottles of wine and what would come out? So something like this, just kind of a fun thing to play just to see if you can structure this into some way. I think it changes keys from like a D to an A. But again, we start in here on a G. 7th fret, 7 and 8, and then just changing the bass note. And that's the happy place, right? And then I'm just different version of a D down here on 10th fret, 1st string, and then 7th fret, 4th string down, and letting that D ring a little bit. And then just back here, so just this D, C, and back to an A. It's all what you do. If you have the nice rhythm in your pick hand, you can kind of make this sound kind of interesting. But again, from the happy place. a major seventh. You know, let me the major sevenths here. So you can do a, you know, so your C, major 7, A, so that's a B flat major 7 here, by the way. And there are just different things you can kind of experiment around this area and see what little chord shapes make sense, you know, kind of create that tension a little bit. I thought it was interesting to go from that major 7 into almost like a C9 type of shape. So I'm starting here, just kind of, you can either strum it or pick it out, and that's why I'm using my Taylor GS Mini for this, because I have small hands and this has a smaller fretboard. I can do that stretch without missing the notes that I want. So I'm just down here on those 4 strings. So 3rd fret, 3rd string down, 2nd fret, 4th string down, 3rd fret, 2nd string up, and then you can just, the bottom string, just keep it open. And then I'm just shifting my middle finger up to that C, 2nd string down on the 3rd fret, and I'm stretching my pinky out to the 3rd string down on the 5th fret. And then come to an E. I'm just going to use that F note there. 3rd string down, 3rd fret. If you want to bring in the 7th, you can. Just get you an A, or just kind of walk up on that 1st string. And then you can kind of mess with little, you know, blues-ish kind of licks here on that A. Just taking 3rd string down on 4 and 5. Sometimes 4 to 5, sometimes 5 to 4. Whatever sounds good to you. I changed tempo a little bit, just kind of gradually, so maybe you can help me figure this out, and you know, as we kind of send this around the living room a little bit, I'm going to get to this point where it changes tempo. So what I'm trying to do, my intention here is just to go from that 3rd string down, 5th fret, and slide it back, and as I slide it back I'm going to pull off, so it's like I'm trying to add an extra note. You can hear that? So 3rd string, 5th fret, sliding it back, and then pulling it off when you get to about 3 or 2, and then just use the G and come into an A chord. Of course, go back to your happy place. Sometimes I'll do this F, and this G, and this A. So it's just this F, you can think of a standard F chord. You're just doing a 2nd string up on the 1st fret and 3rd string down on the 3rd fret. The others are open. And then the G here, you're not going to use the bottom string. You just use the 2nd string up on that 3rd fret, and there's your G9 maybe? And then to an A chord. That might be a nice resolution. So just, you know, again, just bits and pieces, something that might fit together, 2 different parts to it, 2 tempos, maybe even 2 keys. Just kind of fun thing to play with. I've been kind of messing it, you know, with it in the living room over the last couple of weeks, saying, I wonder what this could become, you know. So just go to your happy place here in the living room. Remember, it's livingroomguitars@gmail.com. Love to have you in here as a guest on the show. We'll talk you up. You'll celebrate your guitar journey and just kind of have fun nerding out with the 6-string here, or your 12-string, or you know, your bass, whatever you like to play. It's the Living Room Guitarist. a happy place?